Welcome to OT Legal, your legal hub of legal perspectives about the news around the world. Today, we are going to focus on what we are calling the push for the universal basic income globally. As you all know from our Twitter and our blog, we are advocates for universal basic income. And with COVID-19 having done a lot of damage to many economies, we are advocating for UBI to be the solution for the world. Now, as we have a summary of what universal basic income is, I want you to understand the disaster, in summary of what has happened because of COVID-19. Now, when COVID-19 struck the world, something happened to the economy of the world. It was put on hold, and many businesses collapsed. Therefore, many people lost jobs. Therefore, a lot of money got lost in the money supply. Yes, because when a business goes down, that means the assets go away. Yes, they get lost, and people lose their jobs, so they can't spend money in the economy. Okay? So that's what happened in COVID-19. Now, in some countries, due to legal, they're not even legal, but the informal nature of the economy. Yes, you have businesses that are informal. They just closed down and they sacked people. They laid off people, and that's it. They have no legal paperwork. Proper legal paperwork. So you as an employee, you cannot even sue the employer. So that's what has happened in many, many parts of Africa. You'll find many people, they lost jobs and they were working for informal companies that are not registered even by the government per se. In the West, it was a bit of a problem because if you lose your job, yes, you have a right to sue. Because you never contracted. There was nowhere in the contract written that when a pandemic strikes, you will lose the job immediately. So you'll find there are some businesses that sacked people even against the contract, and that is illegal. Yes. So very many employees have a right to sue any company that sacked them whimsily, without regard for the contract. And they also sacked because these companies didn't have enough money in their reservoir or in their accounts to keep paying their workers, because in accounting, paying a worker is a liability. You see, it's a loss. If you pay workers, yes, it's a loss. So that's why many of them were laid off. You see, So, and as I've told you, the laying off, it depends on the contract. If the contract stipulated that they can lay you off at any time, then it's okay. Yes, but if it never did what stipulate so, then you have a right to sue. But as a lawyer, I am feeling like even you should still sue, a company, because why should someone lay you off on any ground? I mean, just if the contract states that you can be laid off anytime, why sign that? As an employee, that's wrong. Yes, you should always be laid off with a very proper procedure rather than what we are seeing today. Yes, no one should be laid off just like that, summarily, just thrown out. Yes, that's wrong. There always has to be a reason as to why you're being laid off. Yes, even especially when it has got to do with something like you made a mistake, or an error, or something under you went missing, yes, they have to have a process, yes, a review, like a quasi-judicial hearing, yes, so that you can be heard and you have your right to, so that no one accuses you falsely and then makes you lose the job. Yeah, it's injustice. Yeah, that's what you call labor injustice. So, how that connects to universal basic income is that universal basic income is a good system to replace or stimulate loss of income. Yes, when you've now lost your income, yeah, it's a very good system that can stimulate to keep the economy running. And this is what America did in part with their COVID-19 stimulus package that stimulated the economy. The economy did well, even in COVID-19 this year, yes, until gold hit record prices past $2,000 because people now had money to buy even gold. You see, because the government was giving them money every week. So I commend the United States of America for doing that, having a stimulus package. And it is akin to the universal basic income, which it's not just for losing your job, but it's an income booster, whether you have a job or not. But most countries in the world didn't do that, yeah, during this COVID-19. And so they may find themselves in a very hard situation because more and more people are not working. Therefore, more and more companies are not making money because since people are not working, they have no purchasing power. And since they have no purchasing power, the companies cannot sell and make profits. So what happens? The companies close down. So very many supermarkets have shut down because of that. See? Yes, because why are they open? Nobody's coming. Why are they open? Yes, the stock is gone. Yeah, you see. So they are not able to sustain their businesses, their workers, and they have to lay them off. Yes, which, as I've told you, yes, can be legally challenged. And if not, the employment laws should also be checked because you shouldn't lay off a worker because of a virus or a pandemic. Yeah, a worker is an asset. Contrary to accounting, they say that the worker is a liability. Yeah, that's the accounting. But if you really think about it, workers are also assets because without them, yes, they cannot produce. The company cannot produce its assets. Yes, you see, yeah, it can't produce its assets. The goods it produces to sell, yeah, are its assets. You see, yeah, and they sell them and then get cash, which is also an asset. You see, so without the worker, you would not do that. Yes, and then now when you have robots, yeah, you see, robots are what? Assets. Excuse me. They are assets. Yes. So they are assets which don't need money. Yeah, you don't pay them wages. Yeah. So that's the power of the what do you call it? Yeah, the robots. You see? Yeah, that's the power of a robot. So when you work with them, they are assets. So even human beings are assets. It's just that they become a liability when you have to pay them. Yeah. So now the robot system has come to do away with the liability part of labor, yes, and keep labor an asset. So that's why you'll find many companies are now employing robots. Yeah, it's understandable. So we end there. This is just an introduction. Yeah, of course we're talking about UBI in context of COVID-19. And next time we're going to talk about Andrew Yang, a very good proponent of universal basic income, and many other people who support him in that. I support him. As I told you, I'm an advocate of universal basic income. And I believe it's necessary because purchasing, as Mahatma Gandhi said, the buyer is king. Yeah, So the purchaser is king. Yes. If you improve the purchasing power of your people, yes, they will empower the sellers. And the sellers will make profit and expand their businesses and hire more people. Yes. But if you do not empower the purchaser, yes, he will not be able to empower the seller. And so the seller will make little profits. And the country, the government, will not be able to get revenue. Yes. And that will be the definition of a poor economy. So we support universal basic income so that the purchasers are empowered. Thank you so much.